Welcome to the Radio Not Lore series, where in today's episode, we will discuss the new Los Sueños Postal Service. This video will be divided up into two sections, the first being all in-game / developer confirmed information, and the second being my own theories as to where the world and story may go in the future.
Move quickly and clear the area.
Suspected of importing weaponry for the gang Los Locos, LSPD detectives have been sent to investigate the Los Sueños Postal Service. A shootout followed, with one suspect being shot and an LSPD detective being placed in critical condition. SWAT have been called to respond. We have multiple unknown suspects on site, as a large number of individuals were sighted entering the facility through a side gate. It is likely that there are at least 10 potential threats within the complex. We also know of a man named Jack Adams, who is a customs inspector observing packages arriving internationally. Jack Adams is our prime suspect, and it is unknown whether his involvement in trafficking and proliferation of weapons is due to the pressures from external actors or simply his own doing. FISA has made it very clear that they want Adams alive. Civilians on site are Eugene Gomez, a possible collaborator with Adams. However, CID is under the impression that Gomez is being forced to act under duress. We also have Maria Lopez, a potential suspect who is assisting Jack Adams. Her part in the whole operation is unknown, but Maria has been spotted multiple times with key suspects on several occasions. With suspects and civilians out of the way, let's listen to the 911 call and the mission briefing.
911, this call is being recorded. What is your emergency?
I'm inside the Los Sueños Postal Service in East Los Sueños, and near the airport. There's someone shooting here.
Okay, sir. What happened?
I'm an employee here, packaged quality assurance. I was on the conveyor line when someone started firing a gun near the front of the building. Then this kid came running out of nowhere. He was fucking leaking. I ran over to him and saw he had a gun, so I took off.
A kid? Sir, are there children on scene?
No, a kid, meaning a young guy. He was wearing all red, speaking in Spanish. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Rápido,
Oh shit!
antes de que aparezcan más policías.
More guys with guns. They came through the warehouse just now. Fuck this, I'm out of here.
Listen up. There's a situation unfolding. Two detectives from Criminal Investigations Unit arrived this morning at the Los Sueños Postal Service on 7th Avenue in East Los Sueños. Their goal was to have a conversation with a customs inspector named Jack Adams. From what we could tell, they became engaged in a firefight on Side 1, the reception area. Our information at this time is pretty spotty, but it seems like the shooter was a part of the Los Locos, who have been seen in the area previously. It's unsure at this time whether or not the gunfight was connected to what the detectives were investigating, or if it was a random coincidence, but we're certain that there's more than one shooter in the building. This has been corroborated by a phone call to 911 that we received around the same time as the gunfight occurred. Both detectives have left the scene. One is in critical condition, heading to Yano Memorial, so it's just going to be us going in there. Priority is to find the shooter and his buddies and collect Jack Adams, who is likely still within the structure. We've got to hustle, so I'll keep this quick. The postal facility is big. It has 3 sides for entry. We've got Side 1 with the reception entrance and warehouse entrance to the east. Side 2 with a loading bay access point, and Side 3 with more loading bays. These ones are for bigger trucks, so you may want to be mindful for the height difference there is if any shooters poke their fucking heads out. They might be able to see right over your cover. Your best bet is going to be that main entrance. It leads right into the center of the building, and we can get good domination that way. There's an internal structure within the facility on a second level as well. We don't have any intel on the design of this. It looks like a temporary part of the building. I've also had word from our contact at FISA that they want Adams alive and well. As far as we know, he's not a threat, and I can tell you now that if one of you kills a Fed on my watch, you'll be bagging and tagging evidence down in the lockers for the rest of your time with the LSPD. All right, last part. Rally is on 7th and Laybourne, right near where the freeway begins. We've got additional units blocking off the overpass, and a sniper team is en route, but they're across the city and it's gonna take some time. Let's hustle.
So this just reiterates what we already know for the most part. The site is a suspected weapons trafficking hub, and FISA agent Jack Adams is the lead suspect thought to be running the whole thing. On site, we see that, while this map is the same layout-wise, there's some actual lore now. Entering into the front office and moving to the back, we can find a newspaper about a memorial for the victims of the Watt Community College incident, which is the school shooter map. There's also something about the new LSPD HQ and something about the LS Postal Service being overwhelmed. Underneath the newspaper, we can find a cell phone that plays a recording.
What is it, Maria? Make it quick.
Jack, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can do this. I need the money, I do, but...
Oh, so first you wanted in, and now you're getting cold feet. Is that right? Alright, listen to me, Maria. It's too late to back out now. I can't let you do that. We're in this together, and I need you to do what I tell you. So stop this flip-flopping bullshit and follow the plan! If I have to tell you again, I swear to God, I will burn your fucking house down. So get yourself cleaned up, go back to your desk, and let Uncle Jack take care of this, okay?
So it sounds like Maria tried to tell Jack she wanted out, that she wasn't sure about the whole operation. From Jack's response, it appears she's done this a handful of times. As he states, she keeps flip-flopping in and out of the operation. She wants the money, but doesn't want the baggage. Moving past the main floor and moving up into the offices and stepping into the manager's room, we see it's completely different. It's far more homey than it was before, with a fountain, plants, and overall feng shui look to the place. Looking on the computer, we can see an email from Eugene Gomez to his manager about his concerns for Agent Adams. The email reads, "With my retirement approaching, I would like to share my concerns about FISA agent Jack Adams before I leave. He has been acting suspiciously lately about some of the shipments we have been transporting to the airport. I don't know exactly what he's involved in. He has openly threatened to hurt me and my mother if I talked about it, which is why I haven't said anything sooner. I hope you will investigate the matter in a discreet manner. He cannot find out that I alerted you. Thank you for your understanding." So this basically confirms that Gomez was not in on the whole thing and was forced to help Adams with his illegal wrongdoings. Next to the computer, we can hear a short message.
Hi, Anna. I have to talk to you about something right away in private. It's urgent. Come see me when you get this, please.
I assume she's panicking about the shipment of guns being discovered or the increase in Los Locos members arriving at the scene. Directly outside the office, we can find the cubicle of Eugene Gomez with this note taped on the monitor. "Piglet, just a friendly reminder that my business is my own, so don't come putting your nose in it or else I'll have to pay a visit to your dear mommy. We still have a couple of shipments to drop off at the airport before the end of the week, so be a good boy and zip it, or you'll be sorry." This is clearly a note left by Agent Adams threatening Gomez. At another desk, we can find it covered in sympathy letters for someone named Ryan Lewis, who, based on his age and the newspapers laying around, was someone who most likely died during the Watt Community College shooting. This is probably the desk of one of his parents. Moving out of the office and down the stairs into Agent Adams' office, we finally see the extent of his corruption. Dozens of FISA documents, shredded, an open case of money laying on the floor, an empty gun case lays discarded, and strangely enough, in the corner are black and white photos of men. These guys all look shady, and part of me wonders if they are FISA affiliated and Agent Adams is selling them out to Los Locos, or they are other players in the gun running business. On a nearby whiteboard, we see Adams' plan for shipping guns. On the bottom right corner, we can see Competition and Kauai. The boys of the Tran family report to the LSPD? This is a nod to the map Ends of the Earth, where we disrupt that operation. Moving back to the main floor and looking at the dead gang member, we can find another phone with another recording.
Collect everything when you're down there. And when you're done, I want you to take care of Jack and the woman.
So it seems like Los Locos and Agent Adams had a falling out, which led to this whole altercation. They likely put a hit on Adams, and then everything popped off when it failed, or when the cops just so happened to arrive right when everything was supposed to go down. And with nothing else of note on this map, let's move over to the evidence. First, we have an untraceable weapon seized by trailers. These are unregulated and unregistered firearms that can be easily distributed with no trace to the source, due to the serial number being non-existent, and erased from the frame, making them incredibly high demand. This one sports a silver slide and a legal G-switch modification enabling automatic fire. Many of these firearms play a large part in the spike of gun crimes in Los Sueños. Next, we have Jack's watch and Agent ID. Apparently, Jack always liked living on the edge, playing both sides amongst criminals and the law. His flashy and suave image was innate to his character, sporting a solid gold luxury watch attached to his federal agent ID. $100 notes had also been inserted as hush money for eager underpaid employees. And finally, we have a special delivery. Eugene Gomez was quick to fold after his arrest, leading to agents discovering even more 3D printed weapon components. Amongst the ever-growing arsenal, federal agents uncovered a package revealing 2 jeweled encrusted firearms coated in 10K gold, likely being a status weapon for a Los Locos kingpin in the Los Sueños area. And that is all for the Los Sueños Postal Service, so let's discuss a few things. So if I'm being honest, there's really not much to theorize about, so let's just break down a few things. Jack Adams, the most obviously corrupt FISA agent, has been orchestrating a weapon trafficking operation through the Los Sueños Postal Service. His position allowed him to manipulate both sides, appearing as a law enforcer while secretly aiding criminal organizations like Los Locos. Maria Lopez, initially a collaborator, becomes increasingly conflicted about her involvement with Adams and the escalating violence linked to Los Locos. Her attempt to distance herself from the criminal activities are met with threats from Adams, who uses coercion to keep her compliant. Gomez, portrayed as a reluctant participant, is coerced by Adams into facilitating illegal shipments under threat to himself and his family. His retirement plan triggers his decision to finally expose Adams, leading to his collaboration with law enforcement to uncover Adams' operation after the incident. And the biggest thing, the attempted hit on Adams suggests that Los Locos are dissatisfied with his handling of the weapons operations, or there might be a power struggle within the gang itself. This event marks a turning point where Adams' double dealing is exposed, leading to a violent confrontation. Basically, all the cards came tumbling down in the most disastrous way. So where do we go from here? Well, with Adams exposed, law enforcement agencies could intensify efforts to dismantle this weapons network, potentially leading to more raids in Los Locos, now in disarray due to internal conflicts and the loss of a key supplier, might seek new alliances or retaliate against Adams in a more drastic way. Both of these future outcomes sound like really interesting map ideas, to be honest. D Platoon would strategically hit smaller operations all across Los Sueños in order to finally put an end to the gun running. This could be the answer to the smaller scale operations I've noticed that a lot of the community have been wanting. Less giant conspiracy theory busts and more run-of-the-mill house raids to uncover guns. Also, a potential assassination attempt on Jack Adams by Los Locos seems inevitable. So here's another map idea. Say Jack Adams is in transit to a federal prison and he's being held in a safe house, but Los Locos discovers this safe house. So a way to change up the gameplay loop in a really fun and lore-friendly way would be to have D Platoon hold up in this safe house, protecting Adams as Los Locos members try to get to him. It's less of a typical raid and more of a stand your ground and protect the asset type of mission. Anyway, with Adams arrested, FISA might start to come under fire as more and more of their illegal wrongdoings begin to come to light.